Okay, so picture this. Your best friend from college makes a spaceship, then invites you to fly the spaceship so you could be the first humans in space. The ship has been hit by cosmic radiation, and you come crashing down onto Earth. Everybody else aboard the ship gets godlike powers, while you transform into a bulky mass of orange rocks. You may have the power to lift or bend solid concrete, but your whole face and body will forever look like a dried up piece of crap. Forever. Here's the thing.
I wish I knew what I am. I can't remember. Maybe I'm one of those.
A staple to the Thing's character has always been his mannerisms and how he speaks. Him, having a New York accent, makes his voice stand out above the rest and easy to distinguish. And this is because he grew up on the streets of New York. Old Blue Eyes is usually the straight man of the four. So I could promise that his dialogue is a lot of fun, especially because of the characters around him. Reed and Ben, being longtime friends, always poke fun at each other in a lighthearted manner. Sue, being a lady, causes Ben to act a bit politer when she's around. Ben and Johnny, on the other hand, tend to go back and forth with each other just like brothers would do. But at the end of the day, it's all in good fun. So fun, in fact, that Ben and Johnny actually had their own solo series for a while. But I'm trying not to spoil too much for the shoobies now. Also, keep in mind this is back when not every Marvel protagonist decided to be a jokester. And if everyone's a jokester, then no one is. Ben Grimm is very hasty, often jumping straight into battle without planning or thinking things through. He also acts very sensitive. And this takes us to our next segment.
I tell you, I'm innocent.
Possibly the main appeal of the Thing is his conflicts and coming to terms with himself. As previously mentioned, Ben Grimm is stuck as the Thing, and it's not like he could change back like Bruce Banner could from the Hulk. This is something he is stuck with for the rest of his life, and it's up to him to accept that. As the Fantastic Four's presence grew in the Marvel Universe, people began to accept the Thing as a celebrity. Even his girlfriend Alicia doesn't see his reasoning. So let's talk about the 5 stages of grief for a bit, to get a basic understanding of how he lives his life. Denial is a stage that Ben doesn't spend too much time in. He understands he's an orange rock mess and bada bing bada boom. Sunglasses! Ben Grimm having a short fuse is a part of his character, but there have been a few times anger has gotten the best of him. Take issue 69 for instance.
69, dudes!
Ben's mind was being controlled by the Mad Thinker, a highly underrated Marvel villain, to increase his anger towards Reed for turning him into who he is. And so, this led to Ben fighting Reed and Johnny Storm. Great story, definitely worth the read. An obvious example of the Thing bargaining would be his deal with Diablo from issue 30. Ben was desperate to becoming handsome again to the point of endangering everyone around him. Fortunately, he realized this sooner and returned to looking like the horrendous Thing. Thing being mopey is certainly not a one-time thing. His most iconic story is him being depressed. Fantastic Four, issue 59. This Man, This Monster. The story follows Thing's frustrations with himself after getting cucked by the Silver Surfer. Thing throws a hissy fit and decides to leave the team. Selfish? Yes. But justified if you consider that the love of your life who loves you more than your looks is dating the Herald to Galactus. This is one of the more popular Fantastic Four stories, and rightfully so, as this whole issue demonstrates how important he is to the team and why he's needed in the first place. By the end, he realizes how much his team loves him and also finds out that Alicia isn't into the Silver Surfer. I guess you could say they had a rocky relationship, eh? Acceptance is the only stage left for Ben to conquer, and he has! I present to you one of my all-time favorite comic storylines. Fantastic Four issues 78 and 79. The Thing No More, and This Monster Forever. Reed finally changed Thing back into the handsome Ben Grimm. Because let's face it, Ben becoming the Thing is Reed's fault. For Reed to have finally found a permanent cure after all this time demonstrates how close these two are as friends. But Reed tells Ben if he ever needs to be the Thing again, he needs to drink an antidote. But if he does, he can never transform back into a human ever again. Later on, Ben goes on a date with his girlfriend Alicia. While on the date, an android made by the Mad Thinker destroys the restaurant that they're eating in. Nobody's around to save them, so Ben is left with two choices here. Should he stay in human form but potentially die? Or should he save the day but stay ugly forever? He decides to sacrifice his looks and save the day. And with that, there's a toll. A toll to forever look like a thing.
A 70-centimeter square window.
Outside the weather is fine, the clouds have come apart. Yet I've no desire to let the sun inside my darkened heart. The soulless and pathetic